Sell me this pen.
Sell me this pen is actually a very common demand when you go to a sales interview, and it's not only something you see in movies. If you ever get asked this question, I want you to know exactly what to say. So after watching this video, you will be able to not only convince the person asking, but blow them away with your answer. So in this video, I will break down what to say when someone asks you to sell a pen, so you will be able to create a jaw-dropping scene and crush any sales interview. I am gonna go through the conversation you will have, but first off, let's break the answer to these questions up into parts, because when they ask this question, they will be able to see how good you're selling any product by your response. Your resume will come in second if you can demonstrate the art of selling, because that's what it is, an art. So there are 4 sales skills the person asking is looking for when you get asked to sell a pen. The following is the right framework so that you can respond perfectly every time. First, they want to see how well you gather information. Second, how well you respond to information. Third, how you deliver information. And last, how you ask for something or how you close. Preparation is absolute key here. Don't think you will just wing this question. This is not the right time for that, and you will end up looking like the fools on Wolf of Wall Street if you do. So let's go through exactly what you should say and do when the interviewer looks you in the eyes, hands you a pen and says,
"Sell me this pen."
So start off by relaxing and just roll the pen between your thumbs and index fingers, and then you want to ask questions to gather information. The key here is not to sell the pen, but to get to know who you're selling the pen to. You will not impress anyone by rambling on about how great the pen is if they're not in the market for a pen. So the first question to ask should be, when was the last time you used a pen? Now you gather information about them, and it lets you quickly find out if it's a potential customer or not. And he will respond saying something along the lines of yesterday or this morning or whatever. Now the next step is to display how well you respond to that information. So now you know that he frequently uses a pen, which means it's a potential customer. Now the next question is to ask him if he remembers what kind of pen it was. And he will probably say no or remotely remembers something about it. Now this indicates that the pen he uses are not of great importance to him, and it's something you will take advantage of. You have spotted a potential gap where the only thing to fill that gap is your pen. You want to proceed to ask him a final question if he remembers why he was using it. And he will say something like signing a few new customer contracts or signing a deal for a new sponsorship. Whatever he says, you want to emphasize the importance of that event, so try to paint a picture with a lot of emotions. I'd say that's the best use for a pen. Wouldn't you say signing those new customer contracts is an important event for the business? He will probably nod his head and agree, and then shouldn't it be treated like one? You're signing important contracts that will be of great value to the business for many years to come. Hell, if it wasn't for these contracts you just signed, the business might have struggled to compete in the coming years. You're making history signing these contracts, all while using a very unmemorable pen. We grew up our entire lives using cheap pens like that for grocery lists and to get in between narrow spaces that we couldn't reach with our fingers, not to sign memorable historical contracts. This is the pen for more important events. This is the tool you use to get deals done. Think of it as a symbol for taking your company to the next level, because when you begin using the right tool, you're in a more productive state of mind and you begin to sign more new customer contracts. So now you have attached emotions to the pen and you're raising its value. You've now displayed the third skill, which is how well you deliver information, and now it's time to close the deal. Let him know that the best time to buy this pen is right now, or the chance might not come again. So just be playful and say something like, you know what, the sales of these pens has been through the roof, and just this week I shipped my last 10 boxes of these pens to Elon Musk's office, and we will be out of stock for the next couple of months. However, fortunately for you, this is the last pen, and you will reach across to hand the pen back to the interviewer, because people are actually more inclined to buy something that they've held or touched. And you will continue to say, so I suggest you get this one. Try it out. If you're not happy with it, I will personally come back the next week to pick it up, and it won't cost you a dime. What do you say? Now after he picks his jaw up off the floor, he will undoubtedly say yes. How easy was that? The interviewer will love it because it's such a convincing approach. You're basically playing on the emotions that this pen will bring. And humans are emotional creatures. We might think we make rational and logical decisions, but more than often our decisions are based off emotions. And using this approach, you successfully put all 4 sales skills on display. You find out how they last used the pen, emphasize the importance of the activity they last used the pen for, sell something bigger than the pen, get emotions involved, and then close it by making an offer he simply can't decline. Well, what if he still says he's not interested in buying your pen?
If you would have said to me, I don't really use a pen, I said, oh, really? Will you be in the market for a pen in all the next few weeks or so? You'd say, no. I said, have a nice day. I'm going to go find someone who wants a pen. I don't want to sell someone a pen that doesn't need a pen. So the first thing you do is ask questions. How often do you use a pen? What type of pen do you use? So that's the way to really do this correctly. Otherwise, you're basically just jamming a pen down someone's throat.
Move on and realize you're better off spending your time selling the pen to someone else. So just remember that you're not selling the pen, but you're demonstrating how well you can sell a product and if you master the framework and the art of selling. If you think this might help just one person in sales, please share the video with them. Now, I have not come up with this myself, but I stumbled across an article on Senator Club, which I will link in the description. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a dislike if you thought it was shit, and don't forget to subscribe to keep yourself primed.
Sell me that pen, watch, go on.
Let me sell this fucking pen.
That's my boy right there.
This pen.
Fucking sell anything.
Why don't you do me a favor? Why'd you name down that napkin for me?
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.